have the other ones available in there. But
what? So, Luke, what are you drinking today? Coca-Cola.
Morning on the way to the gym and set my ukulele on top of the car and then drove off down the road.
Going to be the bow after that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Yo! I learned my lesson from last night. What a welcome, thank you. I drink the most fruity drinks imaginable.
It's laundry day.
it's laundry day.
So you always wear hats with laundry day?
I'm going to do you a favor, James. As you say, later.
So how did you two meet?
Well, there's these places in San Francisco. I think they're called bathhouses.
It's like one of those things where everyone wants to focus on like the big events that happen, but day to day, what we're doing is we're on like one of our drawstrings, smoking weed, making comics. It's chill. It's so much fun, and like
Man, I'm not a YouTuber. I do this because I want to sell comic books. Woo! Yes, guys. It is Sunday. This means another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their hopes and their dreams and their lives, but also their books and their campaigns. Because, frankly, I'm kind of bored with mainstream. Mainstream kind of sucks, and indie is where the passion is, guys. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend, a nice Sunday. I've had a family thing today. I couldn't really work, but I did do some writing yesterday because I try to write every day, you know. And beyond that, things are just moving along, like with the projects. We have like the Perfect 10 book. We're producing Perfect 10 Book 6 right now, and the campaign for that is live on Font, my comic. The link is below, guys. Plus, we are working on Safeguard issue 1 with Alan Goldman, and we have some other things going on. And so there's always stuff to do. One thing, though, I have my store, my online store. I love it when people order things. I try to get them out as soon as possible. Usually it's either the same day or the day after. But there is this thing going on right now with shipments to the United States. So a lot of countries are not able right now to ship stuff over there for various reasons. There's a system. They're working on something. I know they're working on it, but this means I have some packages that still need to go out. I'm trying to figure out how to solve this. It will be solved. I just don't know how long it will take. It really sucks, but since every like most countries, as far as I know, are dealing with the same problem, so it has to be solved because it's a giant mess, right? So I'll keep you guys posted. All right. Let's see who's with us in the chat right now. We have Drawing Aces Comics group in the chat. Edwin, he's waiting in the back room right now. So that's awesome. Crenshaw, welcome, sir. Told you I'd be here. Welcome, Crenshaw. I was just watching his live stream on his own channel. I think it's called Crenshaw, also his own channel. So go find it. Today's campaign. All right, this is today's campaign, guys. It's linked. It's pinned in the chat. It's also linked below. So if you're curious, you can already check it out. But we will talk about it during the stream. Gordon, good brother, welcome, sir. How are you today? Nice to see you. Pops, welcome, Pops. The Madness Entertainment Group. As always, we are streaming through the Madness Entertainment Group, guys. So this means multiple platforms, multiple broadcasts. So like comments come from all directions. If you have any questions or comments for the guest, just let me know. Let us know, guys. And Gordon says, I too drink the fruity drinks. Oh, yeah, really well. That's why they exist, the fruity drinks. Sounds good, says Monumental Comics. Welcome, Monumental Comics. That's a fantastic name for a label. Monumental Comics. That's cool. Madness, says Mike. Welcome, Mike. Madness, they call it DNESS. Have a drink along with Dave after his family thing during his personal madness hour. Right. Welcome, Mike. Always nice to see you. Good old Trump. Yeah. Yeah. You know, you take the good with the bad. It just sometimes I need to shake things up. And you know, we all go through it right now, but we will get past this, guys. We will get past this. We're in the house, baby. We're in the house. All right. Great looking pics as ever on Safeguard number 1 and Perfect 10 number 6. By the way, Dave, thank you so much. Yeah, you guys can follow some of my updates through X. I also post sometimes on Facebook, but X is like where I usually, because someone made a actual Perfect 10 like group, like some sort of fan group there. So I like to post there when I have something new for people who like that. Then we have Woodham. Welcome, Woodham. Hey there. Hey, Woodham. Nice to see you. Thiago Gomez. Welcome, Thiago. Thiago is a fantastic inker, guys. He inked part of Perfect 10 Book 5. Nice to see you, Thiago. And then let me see if I think I am done here. It's coming soon to Roku. Wow. All right, guys. I'm done with. I think I'm up to speed with the chat. If you have something like comments or whatever, just throw it in there. But for now, it's time to bring on the guest. We have a lot to talk about. He has a fantastic campaign going on. I think many of you know him, but many of you maybe don't. So it's time to introduce you to him and him to you. So let's do this, guys. Let's bring him on. There we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have a very warm welcome for the guest of the hour, Mr. Edwin Acevedo. There he is. Edwin, you're muted, sir.
There you go.
There we go. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time, sir.
It is. It's been a long time coming, so glad to finally hook this up.
Yeah, man. All right. First off, before we talk about anything, I sometimes forget. And so I need to do this. The first question before we talk about anything is, what are you drinking?
Right now, I'm drinking Powerade.
Powerade,
a little orange, you know.
Right.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah, this is true. All right. Where shall we start? I think we should just start with like introducing you to like people who don't know you. Who is Mr. Edwin Acevedo? Did I pronounce the name correctly, by the way?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm Edwin Acevedo. I've been doing indie comics for the last 6 years. Grew up as a longtime comic book fan. Started off in about 1990 when I discovered my first Spider-Man and X-Men comics. And I've been hooked ever since, man. It's been a real passion of mine. You know, I dreamt of when I was a teenager, dreamt of being an artist for Marvel. You know, I wanted to be in the Marvel bullpen, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So once I got to, finish graduating high school, that dream kind of evaporated. I never really had the skills for being an artist, sadly. And but I've still collected and, bought comics. Took a little break in the 2000s, came back in like 2005. And ever since then, I've mostly was collecting DC around that time, big Green Lantern fan. And then, around like 2016-ish, I'd say discovered this kind of new indie scene, made my Twitter account, discovered a bunch of YouTube guys, creators, you know, made a bunch of connections with guys I'm still friends with today. And that's kind of when, you know, the idea of like creating my own comics kind of became true. You know, I saw all these guys doing it themselves, you know. There was no real entry except, you know, put a little money behind it, you know, hire an artist, hire a letterer, you know, and I ended up building those connections, you know. I ended up becoming friends with Canales, who drew the first, my first book, The Ace Volume 1. He was super easy to work with. You know, he'd already had several books put out on the indie scene. So yeah, we just worked on Ace, and you know, ended up crowdfunding that in 2020, and I haven't looked back since, man. It's just been a full balls to the wall.
Cool, man. You said you were a fan of Green Lantern, correct?
Yeah,
So,
huge fan.
so what do you think of this entire like color spectrum that they introduced?
I think they've been overusing it, you know.
Mm.
I think it was like a good idea just to like play with it, but you got to kind of keep it in the closet until something calls for it to bring it out. I think people have tried to like make the current comics all about the different spectrums and all that, instead of just telling good Green Lantern stories that happen to interact with them every once in a while. So I think that they got to pull back on a lot of that stuff and just bring it back to basics, you know, just about Green Lantern, exploring the universe, meeting different, you know, alien races and different beings, and kind of go from there.
Yeah. So did that concept of the science fiction element and meeting like races, did that influence your concept for the Ace, for what you're doing?
Yeah, there's definitely some like the there's a lot of like the godless. There's this kind of alien kind of space marines, I guess you call them. You know, special forces. So they're very much based on like Green Lanterns. You know, there's basically the godless has members from alien races from all across the universe. So that's very much like Green Lantern inspired. The biggest influence on Ace was actually this book called Darkhawk, which came out in '91 from Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anybody who's actually read it can see the instant, like, you know, kind of influence it has on the character. But yeah, a lot of the space stuff definitely has the Green Lantern flavor to it.
Sure. Yeah. Welcome, Darius Artist. By the way, fantastic artist, guys. If you need a cover done or anything, go find him. He says, "I enjoyed Green Lantern in the last DC movie. The last one, the last DC movie. I don't read.
I think he means Superman.
Oh, Superman. Did he? Was he in
Yeah,
there? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion plays Guy Gardner. You know.
Oh yes, I know. Yes. Okay. Of course. And we have Marinus, Cosmonaut Comics. Welcome, Marinus. Welcome. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel, guys. He does reviews of comic books every day. So really, really cool. Right. So you liked but Darkhawk, you said, right?
Darkhawk, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yes.
one of
So
my
you were
favorite
mainly
books.
a DC guy, but sometimes there's a character from Marvel that attracts you. Like
I started off as a Marvel fan. Like my first, because of the, I didn't have like a local comic shop. I'd get them from this corner store. So they mostly carried Marvel. They carried a couple like Batman and Superman stuff, but mostly it was all Marvel. So Spider-Man, X-Men, you know, and then like little side books. Like I discovered Darkhawk through it. Books like Deathlock, Sleepwalker. They had a pretty good mix of like stuff, especially for like a smaller store. And then it wasn't probably like until like the mid '90s that I discovered like DC. I came across Green Lantern Volume 3, which is a whole other story now. But yeah, the death of Superman, stuff like that. That's when I kind of started getting to DC. But yeah, mostly through the '90s, I was all like Marvel basically. And then like once the 2000s came, that's when I became mostly like DC and kind of a little bit of Marvel here and there.
right, yeah. So you left comics. I think I remember you said between 2000 2005 you didn't do much with comics, with reading them, buying them, or anything.
Completely just tapped out. You know, I was a big X-Men fan, and they were having like Onslaught and all that stuff. It just seemed like a good kind of ending point. Like the comics just the art I wasn't really vibing with. It just felt like they were just putting out a bunch of stuff that didn't really have like any rhyme or reason. They were just putting out books so like I said, about 2000 was a good time. And then I had like a fire at my one of my apartments.
Whoa.
So I lost all my comics there in like 2001 early part. And that was like, I thought like, all right, that's kind of like, that was kind of a good point to kind of just leave. And I wasn't really worried about comics for, like I said, those couple of years. And then by happenstance, I picked up like a Wizard magazine. It was at like a newsstand somewhere. I was just flipping through it, and I saw like Hal Jordan Returns and Green Lantern Rebirth.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? They're bringing Hal back? Because that was another thing that kind of had pissed me off once they got rid of Hal, which I had been reading in volume 3. They ended up turning him bad and killing him. So that kind of soured me too for a lot of stuff. So I decided, well, I'll check it out. And like I had discovered a local comic shop by then in 2005-ish. And they had like the first couple of issues. So I went and got them with my friend, and I read through and I was like, man, this is really good. And like, maybe I need to start coming back. And that's kind of what hooked me. You know, once I was hooked on Green Lantern Rebirth, it was like, oh, they're coming out with a Green Lantern #1. In volume 4, I was like, all right, I'll pick that up. And then that just started like once 2005 up until probably like 2015, maybe. It was whenever Jeff Johns ended his epic run. That's kind of when I tapped out again. Because again, the same thing, I just didn't feel like there was any direction. Stuff was just being made. They were just putting out stuff to put out stuff. And that's kind of where I discovered like this indie space. And like I said, this kind of opened up a whole new starting point for me.
Yeah, man. So are there still some current mainstream titles that you still read?
No, I'll pick up, issues here or later. Like I'm a big Liam Sharp fan.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic.
He had a story in the one of the latest sort of Conans. So I bought that. That's just like sometimes I'll get stuff from like my favorite artist. So I'll definitely anything with Liam Sharp I'll get. Yeah.
Wow, Liam Sharp drew Conan.
Yeah, I think I have it here somewhere.
Oh wow,
so, really beautiful art. Like it just like blew me away. So I was
that sounds
very
like
happy.
a fantastic combination, Liam Sharp on Conan.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of different artists doing stories on it.
Right.
So you have.
But did he change? Did he reel in his? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he had this very, very over the top like style. Did he reel it in for this series? A little bit.
It's more kind of like streamlined, but it's still Liam Sharp. I mean, if you've seen his artwork.
Yeah, man.
There.
Oh wait, let me enlarge this for a moment. So that is badass.
Yeah, like it's still all the hatching, all that kind
Black
of stuff.
and white also.
Yep, it's just beautiful. See right there.
Wow, love it.
It's just.
I need to find me that. That's fantastic.
I think this is number 8, so it's the Savage Sword of Conan number 8 by Titan Comics. He's doing another one in a couple months. I think he has it's like a longer. I think this was like 10 pages, 10, 12 pages. So I think he's got I think it's number 10 or 11. He's got like a bigger page count to do another Conan story, which is gonna be sick. So every stuff like that I'll pick up if it's some of my favorite artists. But aside from that, I just mostly get indie books. Like I got like Ominous here, like Elliot.
Oh yeah,
but a copy. Cool. So I try and support my guys who
you got it early.
Yeah, that's like the preview version. So he's had that done for a while. So
yeah, cool, man, cool. Right. So you discovered this indie scene, and you saw that it was possible. Now you didn't really need to go through a publisher or whatever. You could do everything yourself, right?
Yeah.
So what were the biggest like challenges you discovered while you were making your first book?
I mean, one of the first ones is I had no idea how to do a comic script. So I worked with an editor who kind of helped me get the first script together. I also used Jeff Johns put out his script for Blackest Night #0 in one of the Green Lantern.
That is cool.
Yeah, so I kind of went through that and kind of took a look at how he wrote notes to, and especially like the stuff that he described to his artist and how he did that. So those two were good. Kind of getting the format, which the editor helped me with, and then the actual kind of like description of panels and stuff, which kind of came easy to me. And once I kind of got it, I was like, all right, I can do this. This is kind of like this is an easy format that I can adapt. And then, you know, obviously, you know, you're doing something for the first time. So like me, I took a lot of time with the script. You know, I would make sure I send it to people, making sure that it was right. And they're like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? You know, like I really kind of got a lot of good feedback. You know, I made sure that most of the book was completely finished before I did crowdfunding. So like I really kind of took almost like a year before it was officially launched to really work on it and to make sure that it was right. And so by the time I actually put it out, I felt really comfortable with it. I felt like this is good. This is, you know, I'm not just putting something out to put it out. But yeah, all of that's a learning experience, working with an artist for the first time, working with a letterer for the first time, you know, kind of figuring all those kind of tricks out, stuff that I've taken to this day. So all that's a learning experience. It just takes time. It just takes, you know, working with the right people.
Plus maybe writing for the first time, or did you write anything before this?
No, nothing like professional, but I've always been someone who likes to write. I've had notebooks and stuff. So like writing itself is just about getting it in the right format to present it to like an artist and stuff, so they can just read it and be like, oh, I get this, you know. And that's kind of what I've learned to do. Get this, like all my scripts are basically done. Like they have like, you know, full page breakdowns, full panel breakdowns. Most of the time they have dialogue, character dialogue. So I try to give as much as I can to the artist, and then kind of, all right, this is what I'm giving you, but you can play with it. And if you need to get pulled back, I'll pull you back. But you know, I hired you for a reason, so you know, do your thing on it, and that that's all kind of worked out.
Exactly. So you're not too controlling with the visuals, or it's like leave that up to the artist.
Yeah, as long as kind of like they stay on the path, you know. Sometimes artists like to get expressive, and they like to go a little too far. You got like pull that back a bit. But yeah, like I said, all these guys, I hired them for a reason. I like their art style. I like their storytelling. Like I like the way Canales, you know, I think the sci-fi, the aliens, all that stuff is right in his wheelhouse. Yeah. So like he's like, this is the stuff he knows how to do. So when he comes out with like a different character design, even if it's not like what I'm thinking, I usually let him go, because I trust his vision. You know, and I think he's just made the book better. Like one of the biggest things with Canales was he's the one who gave Akula his metal legs. Akula's this giant bounty hunter shark guy that I have in the Ace. Yeah. And initially he was just like a humanoid shark guy. And then Canales ended up giving him these robotic legs. And the moment I saw that image, I smiled. I was like, because you know, I'm creating the character. I'm trying to find his voice and stuff like that. And I just remember thinking, like, I get this character now. like once I saw him draw him with the robotic legs, I was like, I completely understand who Akula is now.
That's cool.
Because initially he was just like a kind of Lobo ripoff, basically. But then once I started kind of like, I saw the robotic legs and everything, it just gave me like a whole different voice. And ever since then, I've taken that as a starting point for anything I do for Akula. You know, and I think it's just made the character. He's probably the favorite, people's favorites from the Ace. People just like Akula. They're always asking about him. So like I said, that's Canales. Just letting him kind of put his own spin on it made the character much better.
That is great. How the visuals can also inspire the story, right? Plus, where did you get the name Canula from? How do you come up with the names for the characters?
His name's Akula. It's A-K-U-L-A.
Oh, Akula.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Russian for shark.
Oh, it's Russian for shark. Okay.
Yeah, which is the funny idea of like making him almost like a Russian kind of gangster almost. So he's got a lot of like comedy elements, but they're not like, he's not comedic. He's not there trying to do slapstick, but he just has a lot of naturally funny things that he does. So yeah, it's really he's been a lot of fun to write. I want to do like a full like Akula #1. Yeah, I think that would just be a fun adventure to just kind of spin him off and let him get into chaos.
Yeah, man. Sounds cool. But he's not from Russia. He's from a different planet.
He's from a
right?
different planet. He's an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Marinus dropped his YouTube channel, so go check that out, guys.
Get it.
Mike says, cinematic Guy Gardner. Oh, that's Nathan Fillion. Hadn't cared to notice. He seems a bit old for that role. Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. He missed some good roles in his prime, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see. Tank Ferret is here. Welcome, Tank.
Oh, Tank,
Hail
what up?
to all you magnificent people. Yeah. Welcome, Tank. Hal Jordan is the man.
Yes.
John Stewart was pretty great too. He got in the superior animated treatment in the Justice League show. He got the superior animated treatment. Yeah. Read more comics, Dave, then you will know that he does Conan. I read indie, so I kind of avoid Marvel, DC, because it's from Marvel, probably, right? Conan.
No, that one's Titan Comics.
Oh, from Titan. All right. Black and white, Liam Sharp, Conan is tip top. Yeah, it looked fantastic. I will definitely check that out. Let me see if I finished my fan art, Edwin, says Tank.
Yes, brother, I saw it. Thank you for that. That was awesome. Go share it out to people.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So he's making a drawing of Ace.
Yeah, I was on the studio yesterday with
yes.
Don and the guys, and they were all drawing different characters from
that is cool.
The Anthology. So yeah, a Tank finished his piece. He sent it to me earlier today, so it was awesome. Telling him to share it out to people.
Cool. Darius Artist asks, "What's too expressive?" I think he's referring to when the artists makes it too expressive for your tastes. I think that's what he means.
Sometimes they can kind of get a little too kind of out there. It doesn't really fit the story. Like, to me, everything's just about fitting the tone of the story. So if something doesn't jive with it, even if it's something I've written, I'll take it out. So you gotta find that right tone for everything. And like I said, sometimes artists, they have a different vision, and it's all cool. Like I said, with Canales is maybe every once in a while I'll have to pull him back, but for the most part, he always hits it right where it should be. So it's a good process.
Yeah, it sometimes happens, man. Sometimes I get like pages back, and I'm like, why is this character looking sad? And then the artist Pau, he tells me, well, I thought he feels like guilty for this. No, that's not the situation. So he has to change the faces, expressions, maybe sometimes even the poses, simply because they express different emotions than what you're going for, right? Mr. Canales, welcome, sir.
Oh, the one and only.
Hail the Ace. Welcome. Commission's open, so make use of that, guys.
Yes, hit up Canales. He does great work. Super easy to work with. Super creative guy. So hit him up. Awesome.
Welcome, Sim.
Sim,
welcome. Yeah, a lot of cool people. Let me see. Titans Conans are oversized. Okay.
Yeah, nice oversized volume. Yeah.
Lobo ripoff. Nah, I first compared Edwin's Akula with Armageddon from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Seriously, he looks great as a space shark.
Yeah, he does. Thank you.
All right, it is time to bring up your campaign. So you have it on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah. My first ever Kickstarter. So it's been an interesting experience.
Your first ever Kickstarter. Did you first go on Indiegogo? Your previous campaign?
Ace was Indiegogo. I've done all 3 Ace campaigns there, and then I did 2 Fund My Comics. I did the Bloodbone Ashcan and the Raid of the White Leopard on Fund My Comics. So this is my first ever Kickstarter here.
Great. By the way, I may be wrong, but when I set up this stream, I suddenly made the connection between Ace and your name. Is that a coincidence?
I A little bit.
Acevedo Ace.
Yeah,
I,
it's a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah,
All right.
he had a whole different origin for his name that I had come up with.
Okay.
So yeah, now I ended up changing it. So, but yeah, coincidence is kind of like it's kind of meant to the Ace kind of nickname was already kind of floating around. So using that for my character to kind of create interest was kind of like a natural.
Right. Okay. I was just curious about that. So let us maybe start with the trailer. Is that a good plan?
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right. There we go. Coming to Kickstarter. It's on Kickstarter right now.
I know.
Right now. All right. Great. So this is the Drawing Aces Comics Group Anthology. So this is a anthology book featuring stories from characters in the Drawing Ace universe. Also introduces a new hero named Xavier.
Yes, sir.
Right. And you ran your campaign now for 30 days. You made wait, you haven't made the goal just yet, right?
Right. I think we're like less than 300 away.
Cool. Wait, let me set it to so people can understand. I have it to my Silo euros right here. Let me do it. Continue. Yes. Right. There we go. Now people can. It's like 1.2 thousand. Really cool. Okay, 29 days to go. So what is this? This is so these are like several shorter stories?
Yeah, so it's a showcase of 6 short stories featuring characters from the Drawn Aces universe by 5 very talented artists all together in one 32-page comic book.
So five artists. Does this mean 5 stories?
There's 6 stories.
6 stories. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what was the reason that you wanted to do this anthology?
I've been working on a lot of stuff over the past 5 years. Like I said, I put out the Ace, Bloodbone, Raid of the White Leopard, and then I'm getting ready to launch some new projects in the next couple of years with Xavier and Blue Blaze. So I just wanted to have something where I can kind of put everything together. I'm a fan of like short story anthologies. I think Phil put out one with the Lost Pages during the first campaign. It's still one of my favorite books. The idea of, giving you a little snapshot of all these different characters by all these different talented artists. And, like I said, I've developed enough where I can put together something that has like 6 different short stories, all different characters, all these universes don't interact. So each one has its own kind of specific tone and, its own rules to the universe. So I thought it was really was good to like put it all together here and kind of give everybody a little glimpse of everything I've been working on the past 5 years.
Cool. So this is a shared universe. All these stories that take place in the same world, or is it separate?
No, they're all separate universes. Yeah.
Okay.
They're just all under the Drawn Aces kind of umbrella.
Right. So does it mean that you publish other people's work, other people's books?
Not currently. These are all my IPs.
All right.
You know, I just don't want to kind of cross the streams. You know, I like the idea of kind of keeping each world, each character separate.
Sure, sure.
You know,
Yeah.
So like, you know, they, like I said, each one has its own tone. So you have something like the Ace, which is like sci-fi, space, aliens, all this kind of stuff. And then got something like Bloodbone, which is very street level. He's a vigilante. There's no superheroes. There's just like enhanced humans. Then you have something like Raid of the White Leopard, which kind of takes place it's almost like a timeless story. It's about these Viking raiders who wash up on a mysterious island, and then they end up getting shipwrecked. So you know, each one has his own tone, its own style. Like I said, the artists are chosen for a reason. So each one's very specific.
Right. I love this black and white. This
Yeah.
line work here.
Yeah, covered by Alan Alonso, who
All
I've
right.
worked with on a lot of different stuff. Yeah, he did a great job bringing this to life.
This looks badass. Yeah, I've seen this character Bloodbone before.
Oh yeah,
I think he looks really awesome.
Yeah.
So he's your creation also.
Yeah. All these are all my created, except Blue Blaze is like by me and Joe Ball. Well, we kind of co-created that one.
The Blue Blaze. Right. So here you have a peek at one of the stories.
Yeah, this is the A Shore story by Barbusco Comics. You know, it's basically a flashback to David, who's the main character for the Ace, and his relationship growing up with his father, who's a pro boxer. So we kind of give you a little glimpse of David in his childhood. When you read the Ace, he's 21 years old. Kind of deal with him in current time, so giving you a little flashback. I see this almost like as a prelude to Ace Volume 1. So, you know, anybody who's read Ace Volume 1, you can kind of slap this right into the front and go from there.
Right. Right. So the Ace, by the way, he becomes a space traveling hero. So it doesn't take place in the future, but current time. But he's just
current time,
there, right? Right. All right. Yeah, it's cool to flesh down these or to flesh out these characters a bit more through these stories. Xavier.
Yeah, so Xavier is the world's greatest superhero. He ends up suffering a very terrible tragedy, losing his fiance. So he ends up leaving Earth for several years. And once he returns, just by happenstance, he ends up saving a young woman from a gang of thugs. And she is an exact doppelganger of his former fiance. So that leaves Xavier on a quest to find answers to who this woman is and why she bears such a striking resemblance to his former love.
Mystery.
Yeah. So this is basically a story I've had in my head since I was about 18, just graduated high school. It's basically kind of my take on something like Watchmen. So basically this kind of introduction here leads to like a bigger story where Xavier has to deal with the repercussions of like him leaving Earth and, you know, everything that's happened since then. And it's really about kind of like, you know, how do you stay true to being a hero in a world that isn't exactly, you know, benefit from doing that. So like I said, part of like a much bigger kind of story. This is just kind of like the hook of it.
Right. It's the artist by Rafael Crestani.
Yeah, Crestani.
Yeah. Okay. So where do you find like artists? Do you just see the work and you approach them, or are they part of your network already?
Some are, some, you know, you're just looking for a specific art style. You know, I knew Rafael. He did a book for my buddy Aaron Calamari called Murder Weapon. I really love the art on that. So like, you know, I reached out to him through that. And then, you know, this is like basically like a tester. Just wanted to kind of see like what he would do with like the first kind of couple pages I did. Because this at that point when I hired him, I wasn't really set on doing it. I just kind of wanted to get it just to get like a preview almost for myself. But he really blew me away. I love this take on the character and then these are the first 2 pages that are like on the campaign, but the ones that follow it are really like super dynamic and really awesome. And yes, this guy's really he kind of brought it to where I wanted it to be. So I'm super like impressed by his work with this.
I like this first panel with these thugs, or the way they look. Very, very distinct. Cool. All right, then we have Bloodbone. What is Bloodbone about?
Yeah, so Bloodbone's about a man who returns to his hometown after being gone for several years, and he finds out that the town has been completely overtaken by this criminal organization. So he decides to become a mass vigilante to kind of take his city back. So basically, Bloodbone's very street level, very bloody kind of take. I always compare Bloodbone, basically. Bloodbone's what happens if Bane ever decided to play for the good guys.
Okay.
So Bloodbone's very much, a man on a mission, and he's looking to clean up his city and become its protector. So it's a really fun story, just really kind of dynamic art here by Maxi, really bringing it together. This particular story is about Bloodbone tracking down a serial killer who's murdering women in the town. So basically, it takes place right after the Bloodbone ash can. So like you slot this in right there, and then you kind of see him becoming the city's kind of, vigilante, and kind of have his first introduction with people from the town, and it doesn't really go well. So that's another kind of fun thing to play with, how normal everyday people see Bloodbone. It's always kind of fun.
There's artist says Bane is not a good guy.
It depends. I mean, I haven't kept up with Bane too much. Maybe they have done Bane as a good guy, but
yeah. Once these villains become popular, then suddenly they become good guys.
Yeah.
So I thought so. The pictures that I've seen from this character, he is like massive, right? He has this huge build. So I take it he is not like a normal human. So something happened there.
Yeah, I call him an enhanced human. There's no real superpowers in Bloodbone, but there are like humans who have enhancements by different means. So you can kind of figure out, some of Bloodbone's enhancements. Let's just say he wasn't always this size when he was younger. So so he's basically an enhanced human. He's huge. Like I said, I like the comparison of Bane, because Bane is like just massive, kind of hulking kind of character. So it's kind of like I see him as an equivalent of that.
Okay, so he made himself this way to fight these criminals.
Yeah.
And this looks like some sort of goblin, maybe, or it's like, so it's not just purely humans that he's fighting.
Yeah, like I said, they're like the enhanced humans. There's a lot of like kind of like the experimental kind of like early kind of Marvel, all these guys go through all these experiments, and all these kind of like weird things happen to them where they end up kind of gaining some sort of thing that makes them slightly less than human. But it's not like like I said, there's not like traditional superpowers in this.
Bitten by radioactive spinach.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, why not? All right, Raid of the White Leopard.
So Raid of the White Leopard, like I said, art by Avery Butterworth. It's about these Viking raiders who get caught up in a massive storm, and they wash up on a mysterious island, and they have to deal with the island's protector now. So it's a really fun story. I see this as like a 3-part act, and this is like the first kind of introduction.
Now look at this sea right here. I think that water is one of the most difficult things to draw.
Avery really did a great job capturing like that tone of them in water with the rain, all that kind of stuff. Just really beautiful pages by Avery.
Because when you draw it wrong and you see it in the black and white, it could sometimes look like rock or some other kind of material surface,
Definitely.
But this looks nice. Right, then we have the Blue Blaze.
Yeah, so this is by me and Joe Ball. This is basically our love letter to Michael Turner. We're both big fans. This is something where we're trying to kind of bring beauty, romance, a lot of mystery back to comics. It's about a young woman who wakes up in a church in a small New England town with no memory, and thanks to one of the young men from the town, she ends up trying to piece who she is and why she's there. Very kind of experimental book, like I said, nothing like that I've ever really worked on. So it's going to be a very nice change of pace. That's the cool thing about putting all this together is like, if you're not like into superheroes and stuff, like I think you can still get something out of like something like Raid of the White Leopard or Blue Blaze,
Right.
So if you like the superheroes, you have like Bloodbone and Ace. So I think you can have a little something for everybody in this one. Right? Kind of show that versatility.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. This face is very Turner, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That looks nice. This like pose looks nice. So the contrast work is really cool.
Yeah, Joe's pouring everything he has into these pages, man. Really.
Yeah.
Actually, have the first 4 pages of Blue Blaze original art are also on the campaign. So.
Oh, cool. Right. All right. Also being offered is the Bloodbone Ash Can. Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we're doing new printing.
It's fantastic.
With the Ricardo Jaime line art. The initial Ash Can was a foil cover. So we wanted to kind of, people really like the actual art, so we decided to kind of bring back as a line art version. Art by Donald DeLay in the book. So really fun.
Oh, really?
And Bloodbone's my next crowdfund, so this is a good way to kind of get everybody caught up before we do Bloodbone #1 next year.
Right. Love this logo also.
Yeah, it's by Alan Alonso. He comes up with all the logos for my books.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool. But this art and this character, I love it, man.
Yeah,
this is fantastic. This is like the kind of stuff that I would buy, man. This is really cool.
Ricardo did a killer job with this. Really dynamic, powerful cover.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely fantastic. All right, interior art. Oh, that's a bit like I forgot the name of the like. Do you know Trencher?
Yeah, Donald's a big influence on Donald. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nice, man.
Yeah, when I was thinking about this, I'm like, when I want to do the Ash Can, Donald's the perfect guy for it. He kind of gets these kind of big over the top characters. So he did a great job on this.
Yeah, this looks badass. Really cool. Okay. Wow, look at this. There are even bigger people out there.
Yeah.
That guy is a giant, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this. This is absolutely my jam. I'm going to check this out for sure.
Yeah.
All right, you're selling some original art, you said?
Yeah.
Like
First 4 pages of Blue Blaze, like I said, are available to purchase.
Mm-hmm. There's artist says, my living room is covered with Michael Turner art.
Of course, one of the goats. Good choice.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Welcome, Bogdan.
Oh, Bogdan, what up?
Yeah. Welcome. Will those big guys be colored? Asked Darius.
This project here is all in black and white. Future Bloodbone volumes will probably be colored, but I really like how the Joe's doing Bloodbone #1. He's also doing just plain black and white, and it really, for the tone of it, like it's a very violent book, and I think like the violence really works best in the black and white.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not too like distracting or anything like that. So yeah, I think for now during these volumes we're going to keep it black and white, and then maybe do like a colored version in the future.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, man. Right. Exclusive prints. Oh, by
But
Dan.
today is the last day. You have until midnight.
Oh, really?
All physical backers. Yeah, this is just a bonus for the first. It was initially for the first week, but Jason ended up twisting my arm to extend it. So I extended it for the first 30 days, and 30 days are up. So today at midnight, if you haven't backed the physical copy, this will not be going to you. So it's your last chance right here. Get this
All right, guys.
and print, colors by Marcos Martins.
Yeah.
It goes away tonight at midnight. So go grab it.
Cool. So if you want this print, guys, go back it right now. And if you do, let us know.
Right
Let us
now.
know in the chat. Wow. Okay. Wait, is the art is complete on 29 of the 32 pages. Okay, cool. Great. Fantastic, man. Looks fantastic. So let me go through the perks quickly. You have cover 1B for $25.
Yeah, so this is both the color and the line art cover. So you get both for $25, and then $5 shipping for the US.
Oh, so you get two books.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then you have the digital, which is always wise to include.
Yep.
Really nice. For $10, guys, you have the complete book in digital format, and then the Bloodbone Ash Can for 12. How many pages is the Ash Can?
12.
12 pages. Okay.
Mhm.
Only United States. Oh no.
I did open up an international.
Yeah. What are you doing to me?
International's at the bottom.
Oh, you haven't. Okay, cool. So,
There's a special international. We were only doing US, but then, I was talking to some international people, and so I was all right.
yeah, man, you got
So
it. You gotta bring it to the people, man.
That's the regular colored version of the cover. So it's 13. I said 5 US. So,
all right,
yeah,
cool.
For
Cool.
under 20 for a 32-page comic. That's the line art version.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really cool to like so the interior is also line art, or is it?
Yeah,
right?
it's all black and white. Then
Yeah.
black and white, mixed with some gray tones and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
Then you have the bundle right there. All $3. Save you a couple of bucks there if you want to get everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's got the international.
There we
bundle.
go.
Just opened this up this week, so
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Okay, $35. You get the 3 books. And that's like here it's 32. Here it's 35. Right. Okay. And then original art for $200.
Yep.
You get this beautiful work right here. Right. Let me this one right here.
I have the 4 blue Blaze pages. I think page 3 has been bought. You still have a couple more that you can get. And these 2, like the ones that are like on the main campaign page, those are still available.
All right.
So, yeah. I said these are 11 by 17 thick Bristol. And Joe puts tons of, love and care into these pages. So they're definitely
yeah, man,
great,
absolutely.
great
So
price.
people can get this page or this page still for $200, guys. Page 4. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Blue Blaze art. Right. People can see what. Oh, this one is. Oh, we're through all the perks. All right. Fantastic. Nice looking campaign. A lot of variety on the stories, the concepts there. Flip City Magazine. Welcome. Hail, Dave and Edwin.
Yeah.
Welcome, Flip City. Welcome. International shipping at the bottom. All right. Yeah, I was too soon. I spoke too soon. And there was an international riot almost.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So, all right.
International shipping is annoying, but they'll pay. Yeah, if people want it, if people really want it,
Yeah, and I figured like bundle's probably the best one. That way they'll get multiple comics, so it's kind of more worth the price. So,
all right, fantastic, guys. You have until midnight to back if you want that wonderful Dan Plagle print, right? So go do that, guys. It's 38 backers right now, and help get this to the goal. Maybe
close.
we can do it today.
Yeah. $284 away. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Right. Okay. Before we close things off, guys, I have my own thing going on. So let's jump over to another campaign for a moment. Present or oh wait, let me go. It's this one right here, and unshare this tab instead. There we go. Blam. This is on Fund My Comic, the Perfection Collection and Perfect 10 issue 6. So we are producing issue 6 right now. So Pau is drawing pages and Daniel is coloring. So it's the same team of all the issues, guys. So issue 6 will only have one cover, because why do variants when I thought we need a simple campaign, because we have this book plus we have the trade, so no variants this time, just one cover, the same cover for everybody. But it's wonderful Pau art with Daniel's colors. Look at that, some interior work right here. It's the final issue of this story, guys. So if you have the previous 5 books, you want this one to see how things end. And then we have the back cover with art from Pau and colors by Roland, who also colored the very first cover of the first issue that's now sold out. Really cool. And then alongside this new issue, we are like putting together the Perfection Collection, which collects all 6 issues. So the entire story. This is a book put together through Critical Blast. They will handle everything. They will do the printing, the distribution, everything. So really awesome. We made a specific cover for the Perfection Collection. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm so proud of this, guys. And you can get this. Oh, you can also get a personal commission from Pau. You will draw any character you want. We already sold 4 of these, and Pau has been working on them. So he made 2 right now. So he is like drawing these in between the pages. And you will get a high-res scan plus the original art sent to you, and you can use it for anything. You can have it colored. You can use it for your own projects, whatever you want. So any character you want, just let us know. Oh, and I received the first card from Renee also, and the bookmark art is also done. I need to update you guys soon about all these new things. Plus, we have a digital option if you like, and the trade. The Perfection Collection is as trade paperback available or as hardcover. So, or both, whatever you want, right? All right, the link to this is below this video, guys. Go check it out. Go share it. Go share it with other people. And thank you all so much for the support. All right, remove. There we go. Whoo, that's a throwback back cover. Yes, it is. End of the chapter. Did I say that? I don't know. It's end of the story, end of this arc, right? All right, guys. Mr. Edwin, thank you so much for being my guest for today and for talking about your campaign. A lot of luck with it, sir. So, guys, share out the campaign of the what was the name? The Drawing Aces Comics Group Anthology #1. So it's #1. So he's planning multiple issues.
Oh yeah, I got some cool stuff for #2. So get this one funded first.
In the next story, Perfect 10, things are tuned up to 11. Who knows? Right. Guys, chat, thank you so much for being here, for watching us today. We appreciate it, because without you, what's the point, So thank you so much. If you like this conversation, give this stream a like. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a dislike, and I'm very sorry. I'll be back next week. So same time, same channels, new guest. Hope to see you guys then. Bye.
Peace.